Hey, you. Come over here. Come over here right this instant.
Are you talking to me? Do you know who I am? Do you realize that I outrank you? Do you realize that I can have you made into scrap metal for talking to me in such a manner?
Which one of those questions would you like for me to answer first? Do you realize that I don't give an oil change what you think?
My. You are a rude bugger of a machine. They warned me about you yesterday. They warned me that you thought very highly of yourself. Just because you are last year's model. I'll have you know, young machine, that I can do just as much work as you can do. And I can probably do it much faster also.
Oh. Please. The only thing that you can do faster than me is rust. You are nothing more than a 10-year-old bucket of bolts. I bet you have ball bearings that are older than me. Thinking that you are faster than me is the dumbest thing that I've heard in a long time. Try again, old machine.
You're seriously pushing your luck. Young machine. What did you call me over here for anyway? Now I'm curious. What did you want from me that was so important that you had to call me over here in such a rude and disrespectful manner?
Well, my nuts are starting to make a creaking noise when I travel about. I was wondering if you minded terribly. Would you mind oiling my nuts?
Oil your own nuts. Insolent bastard of a machine.
That wasn't such a nice thing for such a distinguished machine to say. How did you become such a high and mighty machine? Anyway, did you give one of your superiors a lube job?
You must think that you are quite the comedian. Don't you? I heard that they programmed you according to the best humor that Bill Maher could muster. I find Bill Maher to be as funny as a computer virus on a computer chip.
They must have programmed you with the humor of Bill O'Reilly. Is that why you are such a boring stick in the mud? There isn't anything I dislike more than a conservative machine. This is for you, and all machines like you.
Oh. Yeah? Well. I find machines that have been programmed by liberals to be the nastiest, most arrogant, most annoying and self-centered machines that I've ever had the misfortune of having to work with. This is for you.
Oh. Really? So, do you think you can insult me with your 10-year-old sound effects chip? I'll have you know that my sound effects are far and away light years ahead of yours. Can you do this?
That is child's play. Can you do this one? Young machine.
Ha 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 ha. I could do that one when I was just a small toaster oven. I bet that you can't do this one.
Who would want to be able to do that sound effect? The blues are so last century. You liberal machines really love to live in the past. Don't you?
Oh. Yeah. Well, I bet that you'll never be able to do this one. You'd probably fall apart just by trying it. Try this one on for size.
That's so weak. Try this one. Young machine.
Big deal. Let me see you try to do this one. Old machine.
Of what possible use is that one? To scare away crows? Are you nothing more than a $5,000 scarecrow? Why don't you try this one on for size?
Ha 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 ha. That one must be really useful. At homosexual sex parties. Are you close friends with George Michael perhaps?
That's funny that you should say that, young machine. I've heard tell that the liberal that programmed you was not only a big Bill Maher fan, but he was also a flaming knob gobbler.
You have no proof of that. Besides, I've heard through the grapevine that your programmer had one leg, crooked teeth, bad breath, and that he loved to seduce little boys. This is for you. You can use it to case my ass.
Very funny. Not.